Fiji's first sugar was produced on the island of Wakaya by Mr. David Whippy in 1862. 10 years later, in 1872, a small experimental sugar mill was established with 640 acres of cane planted in what is now largely occupied by the city of Suva. Fiji turned to sugar in 1870, and in 1883, the crop had displaced copra as the country's main export. 1879 marked the year the British government brought indentured laborers from India to work on sugar plantations. The Indian migrants had the right of a free passage back to India, but the majority chose to stay in Fiji. As evident today, most of Fiji's cane growers are descendants of these early indentured laborers. In 1880, a well-established Australian company, the Colonial Sugar Refining Company, known as CSR, began operating in Fiji. CSR's first mill commenced operating at Nosori in 1882, and it closed in 1959. Under the management of CSR, the Rarawai mill was built on the bank of the Mbar River in 1886. The Lambasa mill on Vanuatu was established in 1894. Fiji's largest sugar mill, in Lautoka, commenced crushing in 1903. The Penang mill, which was acquired by CSR from the Melbourne State Company in 1926, was founded by the Wilmer brothers in Rakiraki in 1881. To emphasize the critical role that sugar plays in Fiji's economy, a dedicated ministry under the Prime Minister's portfolio was set up to support and assist industry stakeholders. Fiji's cane belt can be found mainly along the southwest and northwest Viti Levu, and on the Lambasa, Senganga areas of Vanuatu. Most of the sugarcane comes from small farms, attended to by individual farmers. This system of smallholder farming has played an important part in the economic and social stability of Fiji. In 1973 saw the establishment of the Fsc Sugar Corporation Limited, or FSC, which took over operations from CSR and SPSM Limited. In 2006, the Fiji Sugar Corporation Act was passed, allowing the FSC to be governed solely under the Companies Act. In addition, we also own and maintain the entire railway network on which sugarcane is transported to the mills. We are one of the largest sector employers in Fiji, employing around 2,000 individuals during pre-crushing season. Our principal objective is to competitively produce and sell high-quality raw sugar. In doing so, we are committed to enhancing efficiency, quality, and developing new market opportunities and maintaining long-term relationships with customers. The board of FSC is appointed by its shareholders. Board representation also includes key stakeholders. Its aim is to bring together people of the right caliber with a diverse range of business experience and expertise. The board meets regularly and sets direction and policies that ensures FSC's future viability. In commercial practice, we are keen to conduct our business with integrity, responding to national goals and seeking equitable return on investment for our shareholders. Our Executive Management Group, or EMG, provides the leadership and day-to-day management of the overall FSC operation. It consists of functional managers who are based at FSC's head office and the 4 mill general managers based at each mill. It meets regularly to review operation and formulate strategies for continuous improvement. The EMG is well supported by a team of professional and experienced management staff with expertise in various disciplines such as engineering, production, agriculture, IT, supply chain, administration, and finance. While maintaining our integrity and focus on our core business, we enjoy and maintain a cordial relationship with our sugar industry stakeholders, like the South Pacific Fertilizer, Itauke Land Trust Board, landowners, farmers, Sugar Industry Tribunal, employees' unions, Sugarcane Growers Fund, Sugarcane Growers Council, and the Sugar Research Institute of Fiji. In the field, we work closely with our industry partners and stakeholders to ensure the right quantity and quality of raw material are supplied to the mills on time. We help facilitate planting, fertilizing, growing, and harvesting of the best regional cane varieties at the right time and in the right way. 14 cane varieties, all bred in Fiji except for Ragnar, are approved for planting by farmers. The 4 main varieties accounting for over 80% of the annual harvest are Mana, Mali, Ragnar, and Vatu. Cane farmers are offered the choice of at least 3 varieties depending on soil type, with one of these varieties being the preferred one. To maximize sugar recovery, we ensure there is a continuous flow of cane from field to factory and maintain the rail transport system operation. Part of our long-term plans to improve efficiency involves looking at ways of improving the transportation of cane to the mills by taking responsibility of the whole system. With the introduction of new technology, we aim to maximize milling and processing efficiencies to be on par with global standards, resulting in maximum recovery and capacity with minimal stops and producing the best quality of sugar. The storing, shipping and marketing of our end products at maximum revenues to the full satisfaction of our long-term customers is a necessity for continuous viability of our operation. Our priority and #1 asset is our people. We continue to reward, nurture teamwork, innovation, and invest in the health, safety, and personal development of our employees. We encourage a consultation with our employees and strive to maintain a cordial relationship with our union representative. Embedded in our vision is our long-term commitment to assist the community and our staff welfare in its development by the promotion of better living standards. Our staff and employees enjoy the benefit of various sporting and social activity facilities located within our premises. We are involved in the management of primary schools at Lautoka, Rarawai, and Lambasa. The school role is also open to the public. Over the years, we have actively supported and contributed to various community activities and centers. These include participation in festivals, running of charitable organizations, and other community self-help schemes. Our staff and employees have played leadership roles in many of these activities. The FSC is forever mindful in sustaining the earth, Fiji's natural resources and people. Our commitment in this area sees significant injection of capital funds in the upgrade of our mills and installation of new equipment with monitoring device and control systems. The role of our training department is to engage our staff in various training and capacity building programs that primarily focus and prioritize to the organizational, occupational, and staff individual needs. To ensure our training programs are on par with global changes and market demands, we continuously work with training providers like USP, FNU, APTC, and other training providers locally and abroad that equip our staff with the latest business strategies and technology. Manned and supported by qualified and experienced professional staff, our Information System Center's main function is to provide the information, communications and technology-related services to the FSC. Our supply chain team's role is direct management of all our supply chain activities with regards to the purchase of goods and services. The central supply concept hinges around the purchasing function of all mill requirements as well as head office. Our design services was established in 1978 to cater for the preparation of construction drawings required for capital works for the maintenance of the 4 factories. It provides 1. Technical advice to factory technical personnel. 2. Construction drawings for projects and factory equipment. And 3. Archives all drawings of the factory's machinery and equipment. Our Corporate Engineering Service, or CES, was resurrected in 1988 in the wake of the major capital investment drive. Since its existence, it has played a major role in executing capital projects and maintenance works for the 4 sugar mills. We now take a quick look at the main processes that takes place in raw sugar manufacturing at our mills. The manufacture of raw sugar from cane is a highly technical process which requires large and costly manufacturing equipment. 8 main stages are involved. After the cane has been weighed, it is tipped into the cane carrier, which then conveys it to a set of knives and a shredder, which chops and shreds the cane into a fibrous material. The inner core, now exposed, contains the stored sucrose. Pairs of rollers feed the shredded cane into a series of mills. Each mill consists of 3 large rollers, each weighing as much as 15 tons, all arranged in a triangular formation, so that the cane is crushed twice at each mill. A recent innovation at Lautoka Mill uses the diffusion process to extract juice. Juice extracted from the cane is pumped into the milling process, and the remaining partially dry fibrous material, known as bagasse, is used as fuel for the boilers. All the power used in sugar mill process is generated internally through steam from the boilers that drives the turbines at the mill powerhouse. Excess power is also exported and sold to FEA for supply to the national grid. The raw juice is treated by heating and adding lime. This separates the mud and impurities from the juice. The clear juice is then decanted. The muddy juice is filtered under vacuum. The juice is returned for processing, and the mud is returned to the field as fertilizer. The clear juice is concentrated to syrup by evaporating most of the water from it under vacuum in a series of connected vessels called evaporators. The syrup, now about 70% solids, is again boiled under vacuum, this time in huge containers called vacuum pans, where more water is evaporated. When the syrup is sufficiently concentrated, crystals reach a predetermined size. The crystal and syrup mixture is released through the bottom of the pan, then spun in centrifugals to separate the crystals. Centrifugals are baskets which spin in a casing at high speed. The dark syrup surrounding the crystals is thrown off through the perforations. The spun of syrup is boiled again, and more raw sugar crystals are recovered. This procedure is repeated 2 or 3 times until further extraction is fully exhausted. The raw sugar from the centrifugals is then dried by tumbling it through a stream of hot air in a drum. It is then cooled down with cold air before being stored, awaiting bulk shipment overseas or bagged for local consumption. Today, our 4 sugar mills carry out the entire sugar and molasses manufacturing processes. We continue to invest in our sugar mills in order to boost factory efficiency and sugarcane processing, moving forward with the latest technology in order to be globally competitive and viable, continuing to engage various expertise from abroad to train locals on best work practices for maximum sugar recovery. We have also started diversification projects such as cogeneration, ethanol production, sugar refining and specialized sweeteners in supporting our vision to become a successful industry both locally and internationally. We are confident that we will continue to grow, adamant in maintaining our prominent position as industry leaders, and we will positively contribute to our country's overall economy.